Hello and welcome to our Sport in Society, Neoma Business School rather, discussions, the ongoing series that Professor Vijay Pereira and I bring to you. What also frustrates me is when we talk about, and you mentioned this, when you talk about equality in terms of gender, take the Women's World Cup, for example. At the moment, the Women's World Cup is going on in South Africa, right? But the understanding is only women will cover the Women's World Cup. Where is that coming from? I mean, when the Men's World Cup happened in Australia, every media house had sent its representatives, the popular domain. And there was ethnography, there was real work, there was journalistic articles, there was academic work, all of that coming out from that Men's World Cup. India versus Pakistan, all of us remember Virat Kohli's innings. Now, when the Women's World Cup is happening, a handful of media organizations have sent their representatives, not even that. Some women have gone as independent freelance kind of journalists, but the whole understanding is only these people will work on the women's game. Why? Where is that coming from? Women's cricket restricted to women, that is the biggest problem as far as I'm concerned. How on earth can such stereotypes be challenged? How do we break the ecosystem? How do we disrupt, Vijay?
Yeah, I think this is a very pertinent, very good question, Moria. I mean, let me bring in the business houses here, the corporates, policymakers. You see, leadership of women in businesses, okay, has been a thorn in the flesh, really, and it is globally. So what happened a few years ago now is that Norway made it mandatory for 50% of the board members in any Norwegian company to be women, 50-50. But even though they made it mandatory, they couldn't fill up the 50%. And that's for reasons that can go beyond. Women at some time in their career take a break and so on and so forth. But it's about the mindset, Moria. I fast forward to the UAE, an Islamic country where women are beyond and above. Look at the case of Bangladesh. In education, the women are going beyond the men in terms of being educated and getting better job. So it's all about the mindset. It was not very long, Moria. I mean, we talk about women's equality. It was not long ago that they were given voting rights. It was not long ago, remember, women couldn't drive in Saudi Arabia. So it's all about the mindset, and I think it's changing, but it's changing too slow. And however.
Can sport be the vehicle for accelerated growth? Can sport help?
Absolutely. We have seen that. We have seen prize money. We have seen the things in tennis. We have seen things in cricket. We have seen women's football, and slowly but surely. And I think it's again. I mean, I have two daughters. You have a daughter. We understand it at home, and that understanding will slowly. I'm quite positive that going forward, Boria, that this mindset will change, but it will take time.
Can it happen in Paris? Can Paris sort of be the kind of breakthrough moment as far as disability sport is concerned, women's sport is concerned? Because like we both know now, 50% participation, equal number of events, even in mixed events, the IOC is trying to do equality at every step. Can Paris actually be the breakthrough moment as far as equality is concerned?
I'm positive, but again, Boria, mind you, Paris is too soon. It's next year. We were talking and planning. It was 3 years, 2 years, and now it's just a year more. But I think we can make enough noise. And like, for example, the conference we are holding, we can make a track separately where we can portray these things. And I think academia and journalists play a huge role. I keep saying that it's everybody's responsibility. But imagine there are articles, there are press releases, businesses take notice, governments take notice. I mean, the future, the students look at it, the youth look at it, and so yes, I'm positive. But in terms of positive, practical outcomes, it will still take time, Moria. We have to be practical about it, and it's because it's the mindset. It's not again about...
In our domain, Vijay, in our domain, that's the final question. In our domain, take academics. I mean, do you see an increasing number of women researchers as far as sports business is concerned, management is concerned, sports history is concerned? Do you see more women coming? Or do you still see even our little domain in academia still very male dominated? I mean, I actually think we also can do much better. It's still a very male dominated bastion, which needs to change with urgency. Yes, there are some fantastic women scholars, but again, that needs to be accelerated. Your thoughts?
Absolutely male dominated, Korea. Absolutely male dominated. Right from the top level in universities, if you look at, and again, I call it the male pale stale syndrome. Male dominated, pale as in more Caucasian white people, and stale as in old people. So there is no young blood, there are no women, there are no people of color, and that's right at the top. And then you look at the number of professors we have. And then, even in disciplines such as sociology and nursing and so on, where the majority are women that come in as doing PhDs and junior scholars, by the time they reach on top, professor level, they are more male dominated. So very, very bad. What can be done about it, Boria? We're still talking about it. We're calling it not only, it's not the bamboo ceiling, it's not the glass ceiling, it's just a concrete ceiling there. How can that concrete ceiling be broken is going to be a question.
Time just flies when Vijay and I have these conversations. I mean, we've spoken a pretty long time, and it might be very negative and grim and dark for you, but trust me, these are important issues that we are trying to table, and we are also seeking answers in our own minds, because ultimately we have to deal with these debates with our inner selves. And that's why Sport in Society and Neoma Business School have come together in trying to do these series of dialogues, because unless we table these issues, unless we talk about these issues, unless we discuss these stereotypes and taboos, we will never get anywhere. I mean, our ambition is to do workshops, to do conferences, to write academic papers, to try and bring more students into the realm, to try and sort of disrupt, because like we said, the goal is far away, but a beginning has to be made. Vijay Pereira, thank you very, very much for speaking to me. Just to let you know, on behalf of Rev Sports, I'll miss you, but on behalf of Rev Sports and again, Neoma Business School and your partners, we're actually doing a major conclave in Calcutta on 5th March titled Women, Equality and Sport, with 18 of India's top athletes. Hopefully, a lot of academic work will come out of it. But again, a major step forward in celebrating women and their achievements going into International Women's Day. Thank you very much, Vijay.
Boria, I want to make one quick statement, which is like, if I may.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. So you see, Boria, within the business domain, it's called corporate social responsibility. I propose two new terms today. SSR, which is sports social responsibility, and corporate sports social responsibility, CSSR. These terms should move forward and sort of motivate business houses, businesses, policymakers, and sports authorities, and so on across the world. So it's the sports social responsibility and the corporate sports social responsibility.
I will take these terms and we will use these in the conclave, because these are very, very important terms. Loaded, but very important. Thank you, Vijay Pereira. Thank you very much for your time.